Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Astrology chat for September 24th, 2023. So there are a lot of moving parts today. And so the general overall keys are going to be allowing yourself to be flexible so that you can respond to the things that you're feeling and seeing and learning, then allowing yourself to sit with them and proceed in a way that is different than what you have done before. So where you've been closed, be a little bit more open. Where you've been too open, be a little bit more closed. There's a balance between what you want to do and what you have been doing and where you are and where you want to go. And in these points of intersection, there are opportunities to find growth. Now, you do have to let yourself be aware that it's going to require change, that not everybody's going to get it, that you are going in a direction that's true to yourself, which inherently means that you'll be moving away from people and places, things that you are used to, especially if these people, places, and things cannot grow with you and cannot adapt with you. And it doesn't have to be a matter of disappointment or a harsh ending. It really needs to be focused on the growth. And if you allow things to be focused on the growth, then it doesn't hurt so much about what you're letting go, but also there can still be excitement about what you are gaining. And even if it does hurt about what you're letting go, you're gaining more of your authentic self. And I would always say above all, that is the main goal. And I say this because we have a split day. We have the moon in Capricorn until 4:05. Then we're going to have a short void, of course. And then at 7:29 p.m., the moon is going to move into Aquarius. And while the moon is in Capricorn, there's going to be tension with Mercury, a square to the North Node in Chiron, a trine to Uranus, and a conjunction to Pluto. And so while the moon is in Capricorn, there is this awareness about what you're feeling, about how your actions, especially with other people, have been a reflection of your own personal pains and wounds that you have or have not healed. And this is where it's important to remember that your relationships with other people are not just about the other person, right? It's really about where you are with yourself and what you're allowing and what you're communicating, what you're holding on to, and if you're staying in places that really just don't longer work for you. And this is where there is the lesson of having the right ones instead of having everyone around. You can be surrounded by a lot of people, but if nobody in the room really sees you, then ultimately you're by yourself. And so if there's anybody who you're seeking recognition from, it should be you first, especially when it's the moon in Capricorn, where it is about that inner authority. It's about where you're taking the lead. It's about where you are setting the rules for yourself. And especially as that moon is going to be moving into Aquarius, it's about where you're setting yourself against tradition or making sure that you're creating new tradition for what you want in your legacy and in your life. And we do have that Mars in opposition to Chiron really active. So use this as an opportunity to learn and not necessarily an invitation to fight. Remember, when we have energies like this, people might want to distract and play the blame game. And you don't have to do that. You don't have to be somebody's scapegoat, and you don't have to use anything as an excuse. You can just say, this is where I'm at. I like this. I don't like that. And this is what I'm committing to changing. And then when the moon moves into Aquarius, we have a trine to the sun. And so there is this ability that you can see when you move away from people, places, and things that don't really work for you, that you are making room for people that do. This is the sun that is in fall, though. The sun doesn't really technically like being in Libra, but there is an opportunity of learning how to nurture and grow the relationships with yourself and with other people that really do matter and really are going to take you the long way. And then we do in the background also have the sun in tension with Saturn. So this is a day of irritation, right? There's a day of irritation. There's a day of invitation to allow that irritation to inspire you to think in new ways and to move in new directions. And I hope that you do. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you tomorrow.